Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. It's your boy Gary Scott, aka the Solid Pip Assassin. And yes, I'm back with another trade breakdown of this past current week that we had in the market with myself and also my communities, guys. So, just full transparency, right? I'm always going to be fully transparent with you guys with the trade that we take, why we take them, whether we win or whether we lose, right? When you're trading, guys, the most realistic thing that anybody could tell you that's been trading in this market for as long as I have, or even longer, that you're not going to win every trade, right? Every trade is not going to turn out how you want it. That's just completely unrealistic, right? Another thing that I can also tell you guys is be even killed in the market, whether you win or whether you lose. All right. And understand why you lost. Learn from that and just see what you could have done better, right? Sometimes all it takes is you being patient. Sometimes it falls within the timing as well, because you can be right in the direction, but just wrong in the timing. All right. So I just wanted to give you guys that tip. Just even in life, guys, we take losses, we lose money on things that we potentially think we could save money on. Things like that happen, right? It's just life, right? Trading is life in itself, also, guys. So with that being said, let's just get straight to the video. If you guys have watched my episode 2 of my trade breakdown that we had from the previous week, you guys seen that we did pretty good, pretty good on Euro AUD. All right. I have an overall projection on this trade. I believe that it's going to head higher just based off of what structure is telling me, right? But we never really know as traders which way the market is going to, originally go. We just have to kind of just sit on our hands. Excuse me. We have to sit on our hands and just, basically just take what the market is actually giving us at times. All right. So, like with that being said, we did take Euro AUD twice for buys. This is what happened. Now we took the first one, right? The first one was kind of just moving choppy, but here's what I saw. All right, I saw that price broke structure coming out of last week, right? So when it came back into, following it in this week, I understood that, price was in its retest phase. All right, based off of just how structure is, what structure is showing me. All right, so it got into its retest phase, right? It went back to retest the 1 hour order block. So if we go to the 1 hour, you guys will see this order block, right? The last down candle before price broke this structure, and also, the major structure on the 4 hour time frame. So when price gained back to this area, we did enter the market right here after this candle closed. Price created equal lows, so that's another reason why price did come back down to take our and tap our SL. But we did go and draw down. We did go back into profit. Now what happened? What happened here is we went into profit, but like I said, it created equal lows. Eventually took out our SL. Our SL wasn't below our order block because we were going for a 30 pip SL. And that's fine. It hit our SL. We let the trade run. We kind of seen that it was still rejecting at this level. If you guys are wondering why price even went below this level, is because we do have a fair value gap down here within price. So if you see how this wick closed here on this selling candle and this wick closed here on this buying candle, there's still an area of gap within price of this bullish candle here. All right. So when price came back to this level, it came within the fair value gap level of that candlestick. I did take that in consideration, right? Even when I took this trade, but sometimes it'll even, price will shoot in a certain direction, and within time it'll probably eventually get back to that area. But what it did, it just ultimately went immediately back to this area, took us out the trade. And I was cool with it. I understand that trades sometimes will go against us, right? That's just the nature of the market, right? So, we went through time, trade hits the SL. I then seen that there are still multiple, rejections in this area. So what I did is I went back on the 4 hour time frame. I seen this strong rejection off of this 4 hour candlestick. So we entered the market here. So what happened is price did go into profit on this candlestick, but it eventually just went out and took our SL out, right? To test that 1 hour fair value gap that was below this order block. It did reject, never closed below our order block, and it eventually hit two of our TPs on this trade, and I believe it even also hit two TPs on our previous trade and two TPs on the trade that we took on this one. So on this trade setup that we took on this one, but it hit our SL first before going to hit those take profits. And like I said, guys, sometimes it's just about the timing within some of the trades that you take, because you could have great setups, but it'll hit your SL before, before going into a certain direction, right? And most of the time it's just about the timing. So that's the trade breakdown for Euro AUD. Let's move to CADCHF and what I seen with this. All right. Now when I looked at CADCHF, it wasn't on my watch list, but I was, trying to find some good setups within certain pairs, right? I don't trade a lot of pairs throughout the week. I kind of just see what certain pairs are doing based off of the structure of the market when it comes to that pair. And I've seen a great trade setup here. But I did go into consideration of what I've seen in the past on this pair. So I went to the daily time frame on this pair. I noticed that trade is overall moving in a downtrend. All right. But what I also took into consideration is that price broke structure here. Right. Not only that, but it price broke structure here. And then what it did when it started to head higher, it went into a short-term uptrend, but it went up to a short-term uptrend to come back to test an order block here, right? You see this buy candle up here, that is considered an order block, right? That small buy candle, we marked it off on the daily time frame. We've seen that price rejected once and twice. So when we go back down to the 4-hour time frame, we also see how price is breaking structure here. We've seen price break structure here, and we also seen price create a new lower low. So when price created this new lower low, it then retested to come back up to a fair value gap that's also coinciding with an order block from a higher time frame. All right. Remember, guys, how I told you about how these wicks don't meet within the body of this candle? This is also a fair value. So what price did, it tested within that fair value gap. It broke structure, ultimately fell lower, created equal lows. Remember, equal lows and equal highs have to be broken, whether it's a short-term break to head higher or a long-term break to head lower, right? And vice versa for equal highs, right? So what happened is price went up higher, tested this fair value gap one more time, a little bit deeper. It created equal highs here, tested that fair value gap a little bit more. I noticed that price broke structure here and created a new lower low. And it also had a low here that needed to be broken as well as the equal lows. So it closed below the equal lows. It did retest ultimately here, and we're potentially looking to take CADCHF for a sell this upcoming week, right? So what I seen is I seen that it broke structure, retested back up to this level, right? We took a trade entry here. It went into drawdown a little bit and then fell and hit our 2 TPs, right? So that's ultimately what I seen for CADCHF. Now let's go into AUDNZD, right? Now what I'm seeing with AUDNZD, if I go to the daily time frame, I'm seeing that price broke structure here. And it came to retest the order block at this particular level. So now when it came to test this order block at this particular level on the daily time frame, it then retested back to this structure level that got broken. All right. So when I seen that it tested this structure level on the daily time frame, I then go down to the 4-hour time frame, right? I see that one, price never closed below our structure level on the daily time frame, right? It did create equal lows at this particular level, right? Price then took out those equal lows on a smaller time frame, like the hour or maybe even the 30-minute, but price never closed below those equal lows, right? Price closed higher, price closed once above the zone, the structure zone, right? Came back, grabbed the liquidity of those equal lows and closed back above higher, but it also broke structure here. So let's label that as a break of structure, right? What then happened is price did retest, and we pulled out our fib, right? So I'm gonna pull out our fib again just to show you from this low all the way up to the broken, you know, to the high of the broken structure, right? So boom, the new high. What happens? Price is respecting the 70%, and it's also closing back above the 618, which is, I consider, the money zone. So potentially we are looking to take AUDNZD for a buy. And we're still waiting for this trade to, turn out however it's going to turn out. But this is also another trade that we also took just this past week. And we're waiting for it to, move in its direction that it wants to choose to go in. But based off my analysis, I am looking for AUDNZD for a buy. And another reason why that, I also wanted to see that for a buy because it does have equal highs here. And remember, equal highs have to be broken just as well as equal lows. All right. So with that being said, guys, that's the end of this video. If you do have any questions or concerns for me, please feel free to contact me at my email, which is PIPASSASSIN20@gmail.com, which is pipassassin20@gmail.com, or you can contact me at my Instagram, which is Gary Scott Official. All right, guys. So with that being said, you guys have a wonderful, wonderful upcoming trading week, or just a upcoming, just a regular week within itself, right? And enjoy yourselves. Be grateful for life. Be thankful for life. And just move with gratitude, and move with gratitude, move with thankfulness that you're still living. Take another opportunity. Take another opportunity, whether it's in trading, whether it's just in life. Don't hold yourself back. Take full advantage of the opportunities that's given to you. Okay, guys. With that being said, you guys have a great one. God bless, and I'll see you at the end of next week.